In the 2023 sci-fi flick, The Creator, we hear a story about AI taking over the world. Now, while this is not an uncommon story, what's interesting about this is that you have one individual who has to go behind enemy lines to find a new weapon that the AI have created. Little does he realize that this is a child. What's interesting, though, is that this child is not quite what he thinks it is, but also he soon discovers this child has greater abilities to come, and he needs to be able to protect this child to help them accomplish what they have ahead of them. Today on Geek Devotions, we're going to talk about the importance of an older generation being willing to help a younger generation accomplish great goals. Hello, Devoted Geeks, and welcome to Geek Devotions, a show from Devoted Geeks who are devoted to letting you know you're loved. I'm Dallas. I'm so glad that you've hit the play button today. If you're new to our show, we take geek, pop culture items like movies, video games, comics, and use it to let you know you're loved. So if you don't watch past this moment, know this: we love you, we care about you, there is a plan and a purpose for your life. Don't give up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the start of Sci-Frights here at Geek Devotions, where we're taking a look at sci-fi flicks that have a little bit of a fear factor to a little bit of a scare. Now, cards on the table, went to go see The Creator. We realized it's more sci-fi than fright. So, but we committed to it, so we're going to do it today. As I said in my intro, the main character, Joesph, has to go behind enemy lines to find this weapon. But he discovers it's a young girl that he calls Alphie. And this young girl has some amazing abilities. But as the story progresses, we discover that her abilities aren't quite fully formed yet. She can do some great things where she's at right now, but the ultimate goal for what she was designed to do, she's just not powerful enough to do that. So Joshua has to help her accomplish this goal at the end of the movie, which is simply take out the big flying machine in space. But how can we do that? She's a young child and she doesn't have the abilities that they want her to have to be able to handle this. See, she was designed to be able to turn off and basically control any electronic device that's around her. And when she's an adult, she'd have the ability to handle the thing in space where it's at from anywhere on the planet. But she's still young. She doesn't have the ability to get there yet. And the people around her were very concerned. They weren't sure what they were going to do. At the end of the movie, the only way to save everybody was for Joshua to go with Alphie into space to accomplish this goal, to be face to face with basically the computer of this machine in space and shut it down. But he had to go with her. He had to make a way so that she could accomplish this goal. Often when we think about the younger generation, we think of them as the generation of tomorrow, but they're not. The younger generation, the Gen Z, the Gen Alpha, they are the generation of today, as are the Gen Xers, the millennials, and the boomers who are on Earth today. If you are living in present, you are the current generation, and there is something special that God has for these younger individuals. Now, what's happening in the future is big, but they can't accomplish what they have right now without some help, without some adults who will be willing to stand behind them and encourage them and help them to get to the place that they need to be, to put them in position to be effective in the world around them. I think back to the story of King David. Now, before he was King David, he was just a shepherd kid who was on his way to deliver food to his brothers. And when he got there, he realized that the people of Israel were standing behind enemy lines, scared of a giant machine known as Goliath. It was a machine, but he was a giant, and it was scary. David wasn't afraid to stand before Goliath and face him, but he wasn't going to be able just to do it. What it took, though, was the king and leadership to believe in him, to trust in his skills. And he talked about how he's never taken on a giant, but as a young man, he's taken on wolves and lions and bears who attacked the sheep that he was tending, that he was taking care of. There are skills that he had developed as a young man. And all he needed was the opportunity. He needed adults who would stand behind him and go, all right, we're putting our trust in you. We're going to put you here. Now, we're here to back you up. We're here right now, but this is you. This is your opportunity to do what you say you can do. We're trusting in you. So many young people are rising up. There's something birthed inside them. They want to do some amazing things. They want to conquer the world. They want to help people. They want to change things for the better. But they need an older generation to stand behind them and go, you know what? I believe in you. I'm going to equip you. I'm going to help you take this next step. I'm going to help put you in position, put you in place so you can accomplish these goals. And what's great is I'm here with you to back you up. Even if you have issues, if you struggle, you fall, I'm here to help you move forward. Far too many young people don't have that in place. In fact, what I've seen in the world around me is so many young people are lost because they don't have adults who believe in them and are willing to invest in them and speak life into them. And they kind of been pushed out into the wilderness, and they just kind of gathered around themselves. And then not so great people who have some very scrupulous plans for these young people, they're the ones that are backing this next generation. They're the ones putting them in position and perverting their giftings, perverting their talents, and using them to do some terrible things in the world, setting these young people up for a failure. This young generation needs you. They need me. They need people who will come behind them and back them up and go, I believe in you. I trust you. In the New Testament, you have the Apostle Paul, and he raised up a young man named Timothy, and he put Timothy in a position of authority in a certain place. And he told Timothy, let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and purity. He stood behind Timothy. He says, Tim, I'm here with you. I'm here to back you. I believe in you. You can do this. Don't let anybody look down upon you because of your youth, because you're young, maybe because you're a little less experienced than others. You have things inside of you that need to come out, and I believe in you. At the same time, this letter that was given to Timothy, it was read to the church. And it was kind of a way of saying, hey, hi, I'm Paul, and I'm going to back this young man. And we're going to do this as a community. There are young people in your life who they need you to back them up, but they also need you to kind of publicly say that around other people. That when they get pushback, they need you to step in as a spiritual father, as a spiritual mother, and go, no, I believe in this young person. They have something great. There's something inside of them that needs to come out because they have a calling of God on their lives, and I am going to stand in the gap for them. And when we do that, the more that we are willing to be spiritual fathers and mothers to, the more we're willing to guide these young people and back them up, we will begin to see a shifting and changing in this world that takes place that will lead to what I like to call revival, a reawakening in people's lives. Those who have been just kind of spiritually dead for a long time and they've just kind of ignored and they've fallen asleep maybe, there's an awakening. And those who don't know Jesus at all, there we will see them come to know Christ. But it takes us working together as a body. Stop ignoring the younger generation and think of them as the generation tomorrow, and see them as the generation of today, and back them up and train them. Question of the day. Tell me a story about someone who backed you up, about a leader who stood in your corner and said, you know what, I believe in you. I see greatness in you, and I'm going to help you take your next step. It could be a pastor, it could be a teacher, it could be your mother, your father, or grandfather. I don't care who it is, but I want to hear the great stories. Leave a comment down below and let us know. We have all kinds of great plans coming down the road for you guys for this month of Sci-Frights. We got articles coming out, we got podcasts. We're super excited, and we're super thankful for the opportunity to do this. We create content so that people know they're loved and they're cared for. And we do, obviously, we do various styles, we do different genres. We have a wide swath of things we do. Why? Because we're trying to reach as many people as possible using this medium and using geekdom to reach these folks. And we are able to do this because of your support. Those of you who like this video, who subscribed and share these videos out, that's a huge support, and we thank you so much. You're putting this in front of people. On top of that, we have our devoted Patreon geeks, people who help support us. For as little as $1 a month, they are helping us to pay for our website, pay for podcast feeds, pay for the equipment, pay for the supplies and the things that we gather so we can create content that's designed to encourage and inspire people. We could not do this without you guys, and Celeste and I are so thankful. We're so thankful also to our amazing team, our writers and our podcasters who partnered with us to create this content. They've volunteered their time, their resources to let you know that you're loved and you're cared for, and I'm so thankful for them. If you guys want to become a devoted Patreon geek, go to our website, Geek Devotions, and click the support page where you can find out more information on how you can help us to do what we do. Beyond that, like I said, sharing this video, hitting the like button, that helps in tremendous ways. Hitting the like button and commenting, that helps with the magical algorithm. But sharing it out, putting it in front of people, that helps change lives. And I am so thankful to every one of you who do that and who have done that for us. So, all that being said, until next time, stay devoted, peace and love.